Hello, I am Unnat Subedi from the British College, and now I'm going to be demonstrating my ASE assignment. Here I've included my email, surname, first name, my student ID, the course I've enrolled in, and the group that I'm working on. I understand that I am going to upload my full code to my Beckett, and I'm also recording a YouTube video for the demo. I understand if the YouTube video demo is over 15 minutes long, I'll have to verify my YouTube account. I will also put chapter markers in my video for each questions. I'll read the assignment hand in instruction before asking questions. I've used the latest Boost program and I've checked that it is the latest version. Here you can see that the version of my Boost is 1.1, which is the latest version. Now moving on to my Git username, I've already uploaded it. Now linking my Git, this is my Git repo link that I'm going to put in here. And now for the documentation, I'm going to link my documentation too. The total number of commit by my part 2 deadline is 28, so I'm gonna apply or add 28 here, and yep, I do have more than 5 documented comments. I've also updated my readme file with all of the details. As you can see, I have my name, my group, my tutor, and my student ID, and I've uploaded everything. Interfaces to be used for all classes. Talking about the interfaces, we can see that in app canvas I've implemented iCanvas in app canvas. Therefore you can see that it is the interfaces have been applied for classes. Moving on to unit test, I have done unit test for all of my code. As you can see that I have the unit test for my codes. And yes, my unit test is also documented with proper XML comments. As you can see, it is all XML commented. Unit test run and pass. Yes, my unit tests have also passed. You can see this. You can see that my unit tests have all been successful. Now talking about the design pattern. Factory design pattern used for command generation. Here talking about the factory design pattern, you can see that in the app command factory, here I have used the factory design where this pattern is used to create the objects without specifying their exact class to the client code. They do not need to know the specific implementation details of the commands. You can clearly see that the factory design is mentioned here. Talking about additional design, I've also implemented the command pattern in this. If you see app circle here, here I have implemented command pattern. The app circle class represents a command to draw a circle. The command encapsulates the logic of the circle drawing command with parameters such as radius, whether the circle should be filled. Here I'm going to write command pattern. Now moving on to implementation details. I have to show the latest Boost DLL as I have done earlier. You can see that my Boost was already at the latest version. Replaced int class. Now for the variables for replaced int class, I have done all of this. I'll show it to you. For the int variable, you can see when I copy this code and I run it, it shows the output. And for the link, I am going to link my pictures from here. I'm going to close this for now. I've already put my pictures in the file. I'm just going to link all of the pictures here. Now moving on to real class. I've also done this. For real Boost, I'm going to use this code. Here I'm going to run this, and then this is going to run. For the picture, I already have it linked here, so I'm going to put the same link for this. Now moving on to the third one, I'm going to close this. Now moving on to the third, where it is about the array class. I'm going to show you about the array. If I add the array, it's going to work again. So now for the link, I'm going to use this link that I've used already. I'm going to close the background because of the music. Now working on the whiles. I've also done the whiles. Moving on to whiles. This is the while boost. As you can see, it is going to run. And for the images I've already uploaded, since I've already uploaded them all, I'm just going to link all of this from here. You can see that it is my program. Moving on to for. Now for the for, I'm going to, this is the one for. I'm going to use the unrestricted one, yes. This is the one for. You can see that it runs fine. And the picture I'm going to use for this is this. Now moving on to ifs. This is the one that I'm supposed to be using for ifs. You can see that it is going to work fine. The image, I've already added the image here, so I'm gonna add this. Now moving on to else working unrestricted. Else will work without restriction. Yes, I have implied this in my code. As you can see, if I go to else, here you can see that I have applied restrictions. I've also added the image here for if. Yeah, this is the image of my code that I'm gonna add in here. Now replaced method class. I have also done my method class. For the method class, I'm gonna use it from my properties. As you can see, my method is also working, and I'm gonna add the picture for it from here. Now moving on, have you done anything that is additional and substantial? This is just not more than I have not done anything too much programming. The only things that I've added more than the requirements that I'm going to mention right now is when you run this, the background music that plays is going to make it better for the background for the users, because it is a part of the UI, and you can also draw inside this. This is also something that I added. So here I'm gonna add background noise, music, and I've added self-drawing feature, the output window. Now moving on to facilities used, AI used. I have not used any AI. Library used other than standard libraries. Here I have used testing and unit testing for testing. Let me show you. Here you can see that I have used unit framework for testing. Other nons, here I have used docfx for my documentation, and I understand that I must upload my code to my backend if I don't submit my code before deadline. Yes, so this is my demonstration for my Ase. I've included everything that I have done and showed you the codes that are supposed to run. Thank you.